How do the JDM sports cars compare to the benchmarks of the M3 and Carrera? Here's the contest to see which car can offer driving pleasure to go along with speed. The third generation E46 M3 comes with an aggressive exterior that emphasizes high performance. While other manufacturers are shifting to V-type engines, this newly developed inline six-cylinder power plant produces 343 ponies. This unit is combined with an electronically controlled throttle, which can be adjusted by a push of a button to provide comfort for daily driving, and a sport driving mode that offers the driver the sensitive throttle response needed on the racetrack. The high-revving yet flexible engine redlines at 8,000 RPMs while providing 80% of maximum torque at a low 2,000 revs per minute. The newly designed sports seats have adjustable side supports, which can be adjusted from a normal relaxing position to a bucket seat-like position for sports driving. The backrest and side supports are inflatable. The ideas and technology to bring sport driving and comfort in a single package are simply amazing. Michelin Pilot sports tires were chosen for the contest. Now let's see how fast this car is in its first battle. The highlight of this fight is the duel between the new M3 and the facelifted monster sedan, the M5. Will the 5-liter 400 HP engine be enough to beat the M3? Both cars are equipped with 6-speed manual transmission. How fast is the basic Beamer? Manual transmissions can now be had on the 330i M Sport. The domestic GT Sports King, the Aristo, will challenge the M5 with a turbocharged engine and a 4-speed automatic transmission. Up against the M3 is the all-wheel drive Legacy B4 RSK with 280 horsepower and a 5-speed tranny. And rivaling the BMW 330i is the Accord Euro R. With the BMWs and the JDMs lined up against each other on the grid, here's the driver for the new M3.
This is the debut contest for the new M3. This car is very fast. But I'm a bit disappointed about the wet surface conditions we have today. It might be quicker to have the DSC switched on. I'll try it with and without during the bout, and hope to bring out the car's real potential.
All right, let's start the 3-lap battle. The winner moves on to the next clash.
Oops, I should have turned off the traction control.
The M5 starts with the DSC on, not able to make use of the 400 horses.
Man, I lost speed at the start.
Everyone's fast. I'm going to do 2 laps with the DSC on.
Sure about that, Nakaya-san? Might be taking it a little too easy.
This car is heavy. It's probably in the neighborhood of 1,800 keys, but it maneuvers rather well.
Hey!
Wow, look at Aristo. What the heck's he doing?
Even with the rain, Nakaya-san's M3 lengthens the lead. And wow, look at Gan-san attack Hattori's 330.
Gosh darn it, I'm losing speed. Give me some room so I can find my line. Get out of my way.
Sorry, Gramps. Take your time, geezer.
Oh, the M5 is here. What took you so long?
Well, he did mess up at the start.
Not that much difference in the corner.
Dang, this car is heavy. I'm getting some understeer here.
The Legacy's jumped to second place, but
This car turns much faster, but on the straights, I had the DSC on the first lap. I'm going to ditch it now.
and let's see the difference.
The rear slides a bit, and here I'm getting too much power.
Will Takeo's high-powered four-wheel drive Legacy break loose? The M3's fast even with the DSC on.
If I have the right line, which is a line that doesn't let the DSC work, I can keep up this pace.
It's heavy. This front end is cumbersome. I can't get it to turn into the corners.
Gansan in there with an automatic, doing quite well with it. Whoa! What happened there?
The VSC works where it shouldn't.
The Euro R did well in the infield, but on the straight, the Legacy humming along fast.
The M3 is fast too.
The M3's fast, but that's some understeering on the final corner.
Let's turn off the DSC.
This is how the car looks in action. And now the final lap.
Is the M3 too fast for me? I do have four-wheel drive in this ring, you know.
Although the traction control is off, the Aristo's VSC can't be cut off.
It does this when you slide the car.
Considering that this car is a hefty 1,800 kilos, it's performing great.
He's closing in on the Euro R. Corner exit Drift King style by the Drift King himself.
That was great, but this thing's fat. Heavy. On the infield, those lighter cars are simply faster.
Look how the M3's performing with the DSC switched off.
How can a car like this perform so well?
Ew, the M5 is drifting back there. There we go, I got away. The engine response is so sensitive. I can't lose concentration, and corners like this one are tough in these conditions.
The M3 comes in first, no sweat. The conditions less than ideal for this ride, but the M3 left the Legacy in the rear view mirror.
So who came in first?
The M3, this car's fast.
M3, who was the M3 fighting?
No one.
Oh, the M3 has no rivals.
The M5 was quick, wasn't it?
When the DSC is switched off, the M5's rear wheels become totally free. It's cumbersome, but fun.
You know, the Aristo's active control settings should be reset, or provide us with a cutoff switch.
Yeah, it's getting better, but they really should do that.
Other than that, the Aristo's a nice ride.
And who was second?
The Legacy.
Legacy?
Yeah, the Legacy.
The Legacy flies, doesn't it?
It's fast, but
Especially in these conditions.
four-wheel drives are good.
How does it compare with the other vehicles?
The car was fast on the straights, but not as fast as the M3. The four-wheel drive was a big advantage in the wet conditions.
Did UOR get beat up?
No, it's quite fast in the corners. but on the straight, it couldn't keep up with the B4.
What was good about the corners?
It's got a 2-liter non-turbo, right?
The braking was good and the cornering was pretty fast.
How about Hachang?
I was in the 330i. Yeah, it was a nice machine.
A standard Beamer, right? Rivals?
I had no one in front of me and no one was behind me. Though, whatchamacallit, the DSC? I had that most of the time, but when I switched it off, the tires didn't grip. Yeah, right.
Doesn't grip.
Exactly. It doesn't go with tarmac.
So that's why you were fooling around after the race.
At the hairpin?
You were spinning.
Just a tad. I thought I'd warm up my tires, but the race was already over, so what the hey?
Hattori gets away with a lot. Congrats on winning 2 in a row.
Arigato.